extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Trey Tucker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Here's McCarthy. Incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
McCarthy going to throw again. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college. and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Broncos at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the... In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. That is caught. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Trey Tucker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now he's loose down the left sideline, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jalen Waddle, 63 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Raiders 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. To throw his car. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. You got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll give to Hall. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Byron Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now McCarthy. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the posts. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Raiders 10.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 2nd and 2. Carr now to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Slot man moves right. Now Carr. Touchdown! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy able to find Gray here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Here's McCarthy. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. That's complete left side to Gray. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. To the air with McCarthy. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. But the defense quick to read this. They bust in and drop him before he could take the shot downfield. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On play action. Now McCarthy. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Down the left sideline. Jalen Waddle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Waddle. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Hall again on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Slot man moves right. Here's Carr to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And now Carr changing the formation. They go play action here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's caught by Tucker. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Carr to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now. Those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
He's got a man complete. There he goes again. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Broncos are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Operating from the gun, McCarthy working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing again, McCarthy. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Danny Gray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Carr going to throw here. Open man is Atwell, complete. Second down and 4. Carr going to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jamin Davis. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And this pass caught by Gray. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing is McCarthy. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Oliver. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's McCarthy. Able to find Gray here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
It's a game of play. First down, Raiders.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete